Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers and subscribers, at the channel we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because it saves lives. That is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives on this channel. We at this channel aid criminals, their financiers, their supporters, enablers, and the likes with a passion, and we do not want them over here. Yes, let us repeat ourselves. We do not want any criminal supporters over here. Please, we do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes, or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you, the criminal supporters, enablers, financiers, and all the likes, to go to prison or madness. Let me repeat myself. We at the Jamaica Young Police channel, we do not want the criminal supporters and their circle over here. We want you to go to prison or madness. Moving on to our video. Yes, you know, today you're going to listen to Serpi at Politics Watch. Some people that say he's dissing Renita Adams, wicked, and some police are blaming me. But oh, why? Why are they blaming me? I'm not Serpi at Politics Watch. So you know, some people are saying that based on the rhetoric and the man's outlandish comments about Renita Adams, the only person that would do such a thing would be me, and only labor rights hate Renita Adams. I didn't know that you know, for someone to criticize another, one has to be political affiliated. It should not be. You know, people must free to say what their mind tell them what to do, and doing it honestly. So for some people to be saying that Serpi is a labor right, I don't know how to come by that information. Some of them, you know, my phone has been ringing after work today, and people, you know, using certain terminology, certain things that happen, and the reason why they do believe that I am the person. But as I have said, and I'll continue to say before, and I'll continue to say again, that I am not Serpi, and I don't want to be Serpi. I am not an arrogant person. I am a person who, I'm a people person. I've always been, and I will continue to be. Anything that I am doing, my motive is always at the right place. And my motive is that I want all Jamaicans to live in the island where they you know, raise their family and work and create a better environment for everyone, irrespective of one. In America they say zip code, you know, irrespective of one address. Because look, you know, when I was growing up, there was no so-called done in my community at Jonestown will tell you what to do, and I never experienced that. Or in jungle, I know that they were there, but you know, they were there just to maintain a certain level of coordination between themselves and the other criminals. So there's a split now between a gang, two men. They were friends. I don't understand these low IQ people. Oh, you know, both men, you know, they go together, eat out of the same pot, and at one point in their life they would call each other brothers, you know. But for some reason something happened, and then they have a disagreement, and then and there, you know, people decide, so you know, boy, man for dead. And how you reach that? I just don't understand how people do that. So, you know, so what happened was that now these people, men, they, you know, they fall out of love with each other, because if a man say him love you as a brother and them thing, you know, it's just simple, you understand? You know, it will be just simple as that, because if you and a man, we, you know, grow together as brothers, you know, it is just simple as that. You are brothers and brothers for life. But what these people have been doing on is not brothers for life. Is if you hurt my feelings, then I want to hurt back yours. I don't know how them come by that. It's like some big sissy. You understand? You know, if you respect each other, you understand, as friends, you know, it is just simple. You treat each other with, you know, with respect. You understand? Treat each other with respect. If you love a man and you say, boy, you and this man a friend, you understand? You just continue to do it. But the thing is that with these people now, once you hurt them feelings, because these men are men who wear bingo bags, you know. When we say bingo bag, yeah, there are some big sissy them. So as somebody hurt them feel like, well, boy, I'm dead if you're dead. And all of these things just add up to one thing. It's because of illiteracy. Because if I have a disagreement with someone, I don't believe that person must die. You understand? That is just me. You know, I don't believe in that. And that is one of the biggest problems with these men. So based on, you know, what is happening in Spanish Town, I know over there by Waterloo, some people might be saying that to bring back Renita Adams, you know, and he would cool Spanish Town. So Sir P is saying, well, I beg to differ. So he came out and he made statements to the contrary, dissing Renita Adams.
There's an idea about Batman police kills so and so. Small fry 87s. Why they never kill Tesha? I make up a reason.
And then we'll come back.
But they not tell me about Batman police kill so and so and kill so and so. Right? But if you understand, say, when you see certain man get take out because a call they make, bigger heads they make a call and the man they get, right, quote unquote, dealt with. Like Waldy, that's a Waldy drop out. Bigger heads make the call. Right? Alright, he been passing place, don't get with him. But the idea what you have in your mindset, right, this quote unquote Batman police can take it upon himself to go kill high level dance and that's why it work. Right. That's why I Tesha them out. Right. That's why Ball be there about so long. Until again him step overboard when he forgot who his masters were. Right. So when I tell him about that's how we need to bring back the Batman police so he can go for now, go for nothing. Right. Because the boss then I tell himself to go for nothing. Go for some little small for 87 now, yeah. But the man who call the shots, not happening. But I never go for Dodos, Zeeks, Tesha, Black man. You think I can't find them? You think I couldn't find Dodos? You think I couldn't find Zeeks? No. Even if you understand how them things really work. But I love fantasy, I love excitement. So that sounds exciting. You want to bring out the same search to them Batman, because the Batman police just go for now, go for none. And go for Gaza, man. And go for Gaza, man, and they but the man they move close to their line to the various political parties, they big shot them. And the call that will come from up above, it's up to them. Otherwise, I'll be excuse here. Oh, we can't do anything, or we're trying our best, we will see, well, what can we do, what can we do? And the same thing them say about Wally, what can we do, you know, we don't have any charges against him, what can we do? Next thing a year, when Wally truly step out of line, when Wally got too big for his britches, you know, the Ramdale incident get real spooky, all of a sudden the excuses stop, alright, that's it, give it them. To this day, nothing come out of that. Go and investigate, no? I bet you never see nothing come out of that. I understand how Iron Man work. So, the video, I will play it. all the senior, or most of the senior one of them on them. Enough of them, I believe them name get mentioned. Somebody actually narrate the video. Alright, me say, Philly, now if you've never been to Uncle Sam's place, alright, even if you've not been there but you're not familiar with it, I don't know much about it, you have to understand, Philly are one of them places where some part of Philly are straight up dumb. You know, see how some Jamaicans who get offended when they disrespect, quote unquote disrespect, right? They're newly adopted homes, like them that are foreign long to them, think say them are foreigner. Them that America belongs to them, identify more as an American than a Jamaican. So when they meet them, I'm going to say, how dare you speak about my city like this? You can't pay me for live there. The city, brotherly hate. So, the video we are going to see, the reason I mention this because if you've never been to Uncle Sam's place, you might think to yourself, then I really foreign that can't go on a foreign, yes, it can go on a certain part of the foreign. So this is nothing new for Philly. I noticed the area man them, when time I pick which part to live, them live. And then pick the place them, was similar to area man, where it is already normal, the man just casually shoot it out in nice streets. Young boys, them think that's normal. Not a day. So, going to play the video. It's already narrated by someone, right? I'm going to edit the voice. Even though every man and them poodling and Philly and all over the place see the video because much people are saying, but it's not like say, right, me and this person, right, had a conversation and them say, yeah man, it's alright, let's play it. So because me get it go a circle around, me I get it, but everybody else that seen it, right, with the, you know, original form. So that's the voice me get it. But the person already I tell you exactly what I want, so I'm not have to say nothing. Just listen up. Check this out.
Just watch. Car cut from behind Blacker Ride, see? White Benz and Blacker car, yeah. See stone. What in the front? Stone go up the block. See DJ Scully that ride. Stone go up the block. See, so when him go up the block now, you can see say, one day at the corner, a brother there shot a fire right. Because them see one boy come out with him. See that? Watch this now, them girls are gone, free the beds now. White beds now, see man them there, see Krim a come with the dog there. Come on, when you see Krim there.
Stop now.
That's Krim in the white shirt?
No.
No.
Them Krim not come out yet, bro.
You soon see Krim that are blacks. See man them, see when them point the gun from blacks also now. Blacks that right there, so.
Black shirt.
Yeah, blacks that go over there to them, yeah. Blacks that go over there with them. Blacks that right in front, black right. See blacks are going back over there, so now. See blacks they walk towards Krim with black now. See that? See black are gone over there, so now. See blacks are walk back over
Krim in a
there.
red shirt. Krim in a red shirt, right? No, Krim had the white marine and the white toy on his shoulder.
Yeah,
See him there walk.
Krim they walk now. And then beer shots start fire now. See that?
Krim now shoot.
Krim now shoot, but Krim just a run. And black a drop. Them both see the Congo drop now. So with the extension, them see my take it out. And him just a fire beer shot. See my change it now. See put you in the next one then. That's 6 them, so then the longest up on the corner. I tell them, see like them I say, yo, go cut dog, cause see general there, so. See that a Canadian out there, see Canadian over there, saying a red shirt, that a king man. See the kneel down. See that. And him.
So Black is still right there?
No, Black in the car. Yeah, see the youth there in a tan shirt now. See them a beat it down the block. See him a beat it down the block. Still a fire, you see? Still a fire. Drive past in front of the star now. Blacker there in a Benz, see him.
Well, when the police them pull up, you ever see them pull up? The juvenile.
Yeah, Juby cut right, so.
So why are you still there?
Blacker there in a ride.
Because the man they drive on in a car yet. They drive on in a car yet, that's why I can't move.
Black walk down back cast now. Blacks go over the car. Listen me, blacks go over the car with plaque of them. Blacks go over the car with plaque of them. Then walk come back up. See them? So plaque of them still out there when the police come. See Benz?
Placa still in the car back. Nobody I look, see somebody have a lock the door there now. And walk around the Benz and go in. The driver never in the Benz. So in the video the whole fucking time.
So every man still drive a left him and just give him and gone walk and back down the sun.
I don't know whether to say Philly or Irie. Or is it Irie Philly? Scholars, tell me something. If man bad because, you know, them stuck on a March Bend Road and them stuck on a South Spring with no way to get a job and all them thing there. Why when they go find them still bad and fight wars, shoot it out? And they're no longer in South Spring. They're no longer in Lekopon. Which part of them they can get all tree work with them one. Mr. Man go uncle some place and get all tree work. He work in the morning, then he left go work in the lunchtime, and he left go work in the night. Right, within no time you see him build up a little place in the man. I'm not talking about man who don't even have much, you know, formal qualifications. But man got find badness. And notice appear. Notice the luxury car that man drive. I'm just trying to remind him that I'm not stop discredit the fairy tale. Stop what they call badness, you know. And if people got jobs and money, then the war will stop. And man them, no matter how much Benz and Beamer them drive, how much chain them have, how much money they make. Man them now stop my gun and fight war. Anyway, the mercy turn this up now. Then watch we see what go on. Right, with them around them and they can't catch him. Right, take man. Right. At this point, don't get to whoop some. 3 day story. At this point, told me see at those press conference and talking. The excuses are running on. We know say, right, when them serious, them just go do things.
Yeah, so you're looking at right now. If you look at your LCD, you will see the face of the man. That's Gaza man, you know. Yeah, that's Gaza man. The man was supposed to retaliate for the killing, for the Wellington's killing. Was killed by the security forces in Waterloo, Spanish Town, St. Catherine. So that's him right there. That's Gaza man. You know, that's the man them call the two-gun kid. So now that you have heard for yourself Sir P at Politics Watch disrespect Renita Adams brawling, then Adams supporters started diss the Jamaica Young Police channel because Adams is a PMP LGBTQ plus police, and according to them they say we are Siaga supporters. Yeah, we do support Siaga crime policies, and we're not going to lie about that because Siaga crime policies was tough, you know. You understand? When police are come lick a man and them thing there, you understand? Them not lick one another, them are from 2 go all the way up to 8 for you get problem. Preemptive strike, you on the list, I just saw it go. So, yeah, so this is what some of them said. They said that we at the Jamaica Young Police Channel will respect a detective named Tom Levine, we respect Keith Trinita Gardner, we respect Tony Hewitt, we respect Isaiah Lang, we respect Calvin Benjamin, Douglas Guthrie, Ludlow Mort, Charlie Mendes, Mevral Simit, Bobby Reds, Gunter, Wade, and a whole host of names, Dalford Graveney, and not Renita Adams. So them say we do not respect Renita Adams because we call him a MPM police officer. Yeah, well, and the reason why we call Renita Adams an MPM police officer, because that's what he used to do. That's how we know him. Because hey, look, when I was stationed at Unsby, and I used to see Renita Adams on Thursday nights, you know, I used to see myself, we're really like a fool inspector and them thing. Yeah, I used to see him because I'm quiet and unassuming until in time. Boy, I'm going to Spanish Town now. I'm going to wait. And that the police say, fool police say. But I just saw it go still. So it looks deceiving sometimes. But that's all we had seen him before when he was at Half Tree as an inspector. And boy, the man just become a figure larger than life. You understand? So, you know, and yeah, but then when he was at Half Tree, boy, the people them who have style them, they hate him, you know, them say, boy, because he's an MPM police officer who only break up poor people's styles, who do not follow the country's laws when it come on to vending. Yeah, so Renita Adams used to lead a squad every Thursday night, you know, tomorrow Friday now, you know, the vendors they would come now to put out them wares and them have them style and them thing there. Because of badness, them use the business people, them uptown, you know. So MPM was the one where, you understand, MPM, you know, them time PJ Patterson, Prime Minister, you know, Michael Manley, then PJ, you understand, and them use it, you know, because them have to protect the business district of the rich people, them, because the poor people, them are encroach on the business community, because, remember, even although the poor people, them have them own arcade, and you know the people they're not going in there, so per se people going about them not make money inside of the arcade as them do when they're close to one of the stores, so they might rob the store them of their income. So that's why you have the MPM. So you know the rich people them get the government to put certain things in place. So that's how Renita Adams was the man that was leading the charge against the vendors them. So according to the code the Sir P used, it never called Renita Adams' name, but if you can deduce things, you understand, and based on you have that discernment when you listen to things, you know that it is Renita Adams he's talking about, because there has never been no bigger Ford than name brand police. I have never heard people calling for the return of Bigger Ford, because Bigger Ford never run a squad. So in a police officer like Bigger Ford, Isaiah Leng, Tom Levine, Bobby Reds, Bevan Simpson, Monkey Man, and I can go on and on about the name brand police. Benji, Calvin Benjamin, Tony Hewitt, and those, and you know, Dalphy Graven, Clarendon, and you know, all those police officers. Those police officers were by. These are police officers. They were name brand police. Them not a squad business. You understand? Like how Renita Adams lead a squad. In a police force, them in a military, them would call it either a company or a division, or if you serve in a military, you understand military. You understand military words. You understand how them you know use the military terminology. You understand them call it a division or you know a batch or whatever. So it's all because of that. So Renita Adams was totally different. He led a squad. So anything that the team done is like a general fighting a war. You know, the men them win the war, but a general get all of the praises. So that's how Renita Adams, you know, come to be, you know, to be known as a crime fighter. Not because, you know, and he was charged for, you know, the quadruple murder of the 4 people in Clarendon. So we'll continue the journey. So according to the code, Sir P disrespected Renita Adams at Politics Watch Brawling by outlining the names of known murderers, killers, extortionists, robbers, and Rear Admiral when Renita Adams was in charge of Spanish Town, St. Catherine North, and these men were able to operate with impunity as if they have immunity from the law. Yes, when Renita Adams was there. So that's why I'm saying that is a fool errand for these people to think that he was a crime fighter. And he went on to name some of the men. So we just add Donovan Bulby Bennett, and he called Tesha Miller and the likes, who are aligned and affiliated to the PMP LGBTQ+, which is a criminal organization, never experienced any police pressure, as the police officers at Spanish Town, included Renita Adams, Harry Bongos and others, were in the pockets of these criminals, and the people knew it. So when some people are calling for the return of Renita Adams, it is a fool's errand. Yeah, it's a fool's errand. Adams supporter then started to diss the Jamaica Young Police channel because Adams is a PMP LGBTQ plus police officer, and they are saying that because we praise Edward Seaga for his crime fighting policies, and we said that without any apologies. Yes, them say, boy, we are Seaga supporter. Yeah, them say we over here we are Seaga supporters. Well, in context, we explain some things to you people who have one track mind. We say we can expand on your mind. Alright, we have served in the United States military. Uncle Sam Uncle Sam is our employer. Yeah. You understand? In Iraq, before the United States, before the invasion of Iraq, Operation Iraqi Freedom, that's OIF, and if you go Afghanistan, OEF, and you get your badge and for your service, to show that you were deployed to the war zone, and you get medals, or if you have combat related injuries and all kind of stuff like that, all of those things will be noted on your DD 214 when you're leaving the military. And I can tell you this, the people right now in Iraq, they would rather, so just listen, they would, I'm trying to explain some things to you people who are just looking at it as a political way and not looking at it as a policy. You understand? So when Saddam Hussein was there in Iraq as a dictator, the people in Iraq were free. When I say free, they were free from terrorists, because Saddam Hussein never played with them. So when they come on to freedom and they had security, that's why the people them did all about security. They didn't have to worry about bombing or anything like that, because as something happened, swift justice. And that's what people want. Yeah, most people want swift justice. They don't like this whole heap of drag out thing and criminal go to court like in a Jamaica and them walk out. And them keep repeating the same thing over and over like a recurring decimal. When Seaga was Prime Minister, the thing is that criminals were living in fear of losing their lives and not the law-abiding citizens. So when Seaga was Prime Minister, there were no artificial borderlines. None. It's not like now where the community where I was born and raised in Jonestown and even in Jungle, where you have artificial borderline within a community. So a man who come from Penn Street could not go to Pensacola Street because that artificial borderline that has been created now. When Seaga was Prime Minister, all of those things erased. No man could not impose him will on the people in the community. And I tell a man, say, oh, you come from around there, so you can't come around here. Once that reach the authorities, say you're gone in a preemptive strike, you gone because you're in a government. You can't pass law community about this are yours. A man can't come around here, sir. So that's the main reason why we said that, why we applaud Seaga. Because back then, trust me, if a man have a gun and a light now, you see like how you look right now upon Gaza man, or Gaza man did have him 2 gun them upon him and his person when the police them clap him. Yeah, when them dash him, and send him to the departure lounge. Yeah. And the people them say, boy, yeah, he's a gunman and them thing now. So we applaud the people them. You notice the people them know say my gunman, them know say my killer. Nobody not come out and burn a tire. And I say, boy, Gaza man, how innocent you. Everybody in the community know say my killer and know say him a done. You understand? I know that where he was sleeping. So it's based on information received and obtained. They say it's Negos that gave the police the information where this man was hiding. So the police they went there. Yeah, so so when we say that we support Edward Seaga's policies, crime policies back then, that's one of the main reasons. Because back then criminals were living in fear of losing their lives. If a guy have a gun, it's not like now where everyone in our community have an illegal gun and man sit down all pan corners with gun. It never used to work that way when Seaga was Prime Minister. Man, you have a gun, the police coming for it, man. And once them get it straight to the departure lounge. Yes. And I like now where you have a guy, in charge of 13 murder and him just keep coming and go out. No. It never used to work like that with Seago's crime policy. Seago crime policies is that, you know, you're a career killer, depart along for you. I just saw it go. So that's why we have eradication, special operations, that they call eradication. Yeah, and Harry Bungles was a part of it, because it was period. Tough detectives were there. You understand? But, you know, the PMP, they dismantled it when Trevor Macmillan became Commissioner of Police. Anything that was good for the country and fighting crime, they make sure they dismantle it. So it's not politics, it's just facts. So if you people upset because of that, too bad. But if you want to learn things, you know, we'll expound and educate the people over here. We're not here on any political journey for anyone. We just hear about the facts. Yeah, and some people have said, boy, so, you know, why is Sir Pina this Trinity, Keith Trinity Gardner as a stooge? Yeah, Keith Trinity Gardner was a name brand police officer, and he made his name on the street by being a crime fighter as a person he was. Yeah, he wasn't a political activist as Renita Adams. Renita Adams was a PMP LGBTQ plus police officer and a political activist. And the reason I would say that without any apologies, because we know people who knew him as police and people who are criminals affiliated with the Klansman gang and the PMP LGBTQ plus party. And they would say that, yeah, Adams a for them boy. But, you know, you never, you know, although it is said that Donald Pusey is a PMP LGBTQ plus supporter, you never hear, you know, the criminals them would have said that, you understand? You know, say criminals we attack, you know, men who fire gun or like Buffy, you know, Buffy that from Spade Corner, Peter Phillips man, and after a while I just saw it going on when you're involved in a criminal, them just get rid of you. So the same way they got rid of Buffy. So we continue the journey, you understand? So what Renita Adams used to do as an MPM police officer, he used to break up people's stall at nights. Yeah, you know, people, and it, you know, that was his job. Renita Adams is the kind of cop one would call Johnny Come Lately, because he's not your typical policeman, you know, detective who was a name on the street from when he was young. He was not seen as bright, fearless, and witty policeman to be a detective. That is why he was a traffic cop. And this is not a slap at anybody taking any shot at uniform police officer. Because you have some brilliant uniform police officer, you know? But it's just that some of them, like men like Dudley Bryan, never see himself as out there fight crime. You know, like a Bobby Reds, you know, Bobby Williams, and all them man. You know, so you couldn't say them man they're a political stooge. You understand? So, you know, so there's a lot of tension, you know, between supporters of different political parties and police officers in Jamaica. Because, you know, for a Renita Adams supporter to be labelled in Sir P at Politics Watch that he's a Labourite and that I am the orator is misleading. So it's not we, you know, so stop saying we and them thing now, we are Labourite. And yeah, we know a long time say you're Labourite and you are Sir P because see them a Labourite and them thing. You must understand that there's two political parties in Jamaica. One is PMP and one is JLP. Any person, if you claim that you're in the middle, you know, that means you're a centrist. You understand? I am a conservative. I don't believe in a leeway and a soft sentence and a soft thing to deal with criminal. So pretty much I'm a conservative. Yeah, just a Sir P. So that's why people, you know, would want to think that it's the same person, but it's not. It's just, you have two people who have the same, pretty much the same thoughts when it comes on to crime and how you view criminals. It's just based on our background. I don't know where he's from, but I know where I am from. I am from Jonestown. I just hate gunmen. Yes, especially the one who kill innocent people. I don't like them. You understand? Yes, I know, of course I know gunmen who are good gunmen. Yes, when I say good gunmen, what I mean by that? These are men who work. Yes, these are men who work. Them go to work. They are not involved in any criminality. They go to work with them have a gun, illegal, because when you live with a ghetto, you cannot get any license gun. So they have an illegal gun. And what happened, the guns, they have these guns, these men have these guns They don't parade around with beer guns of people to intimidate anyone. They have these guns to protect them family and their community. And you have a lot of men, big men, back then. I don't know about now. You understand? And as I've done a video before where I told you about a guy that I grew up with named Ratcliffe Road. And Ratcliffe became one of Jamaica's most wanted men. And it was same men who in the community at Jonestown, I'm not going to call their name, who with the legal gun was able, they were able to prevent an incident with Ratcliffe Road and 2 other men that were with him that Friday evening when I was there as a young police officer. You understand? So not because you are from the ghetto and you're a police and you're going back there. Sometimes there have to be people in the community where have muscle who can really protect you. Because in a Jonestown back then, anytime you say a police vehicle, police not really patrol in a Jonestown back then because the street them so small. Because I British them built in the streets are so small. That's as a vehicle come inside here. From the police that come from Admiral Town or they are coming from Cali Smith Drive. People start ball out police. You understand? So that's why the police have to go there in nights and raids. When people are asleep. Although you have men up in the night, with gun, like them get pay, and them sit at it. But I know a man do it still, So we continue the journey. You understand? So, so when people say that we are the orator, at Politics Watch, it's misleading. That is why my cell phone has been ringing off the hook. So I decided to make this video to make it known that I am not Sir P at Politics Watch. And if he's a Labourite, hey, if you know if Sir P is a Labourite, you understand? That's none of my business, and I do not care which party in Jamaica he supports. Everyone have the freedom to support the party of their choice. It is important to remember that everyone deserves to be treated with respect, regardless of their political affiliation or profession. That everyone has the freedom to support the party of their choice. It is essential to respect their political views of others, even if we disagree with them. Violence and hate speech are never the answer. A fool's errand, is a task doomed to failure or pointless and futile. So bringing Renita Adams to fight the monster of crime is a fool's errand. In context of the situation we describe, it would be a fool's errand to call for the return of Renita Adams because he's a controversial figure who has been accused of extrajudicial killing and not preemptive strikes. Remember that preemptive strikes save lives, and that is what the police did to Gaza man. So the reason why we are saying that Renita Adams is accused of extrajudicial killing. Remember the 4 people he killing her. Those people, they weren't embarking on killing others. So you understand? So he wasn't saving life. That's why they label it extrajudicial killing. Preemptive strike is like how they kill Gaza man because Gaza man was the man who was going to retaliate for the Wellington's killing. So that's why you call it preemptive strike. Because preemptive strike save lives. You understand? So Renita Adams, his supporters may believe that he's a brutal crime fighter, but his critics argues that he's a vigilante, targeting innocent people and not the real career criminals like the late Bulby, Teshamida and others. Yeah, true, because if Renita Adams was a crime fighter, the man would have dead a long time from over, you understand, but it is said, based on what special branch police officers who were there then, and in information that Renita Adams was in the pocket of these criminals and he knew where they were, and he was very close to Bulby too, seen on several occasions, but because Bulby was a PMP made man, and until him pass in place, them dust him out. I just saw it go. So it is important to remember that Jamaica has no easy solution to the crime problem. Any attempt to address the issue must be done in a way that respects the rule of law and the rights of all citizens. Calling for the return of Renita Adams will be a step backwards in that regard because he hasn't balanced his act like the late Tony Hewitt, Delroy Hewitt and Donald Pusey. May their soul rest in peace. Because these were balanced police officers. These weren't political activists. And everyone know that. Even police will say, hey, boy, the man is a PMP, LGBTQ plus police. No, them crime fighter. You understand? So it would be better to focus on supporting the work of the police and other law enforcement agencies and addressing the root cause of crime, such as the career killers whose lust for blood should and must be targeted for preemptive strikes. These things will make a real difference in the long run. The situation can be de-escalated and everyone learn to live together in peace and harmony. If these people who are killers understand the value of life and how sacred it is to be alive, you want them to feel hurt. And that is not gangsterism but terrorism that must be treated with preemptive strikes. And no other response will suffice in this day and age. So when you talk about, oh boy, yeah, a man is innocent until proven guilty. If a man, oh, him so unfortunate that him name call for 1 murder, 2 murder, 3 murder, 4 murder. So how my name the call on any? I'm a career killer, so you have to deal with him as such. So all of them things that we used to use in our past have to stop. But yeah, a man is innocent. No. Career criminal, for your name call for 2 murder, you're a career killer. Preemptive strike. And 2 is too many. Should I just use 1 like we see I got do? 1, alright? Yeah, you analyze the preemptive strike. And that's that we have to do. So we like how the word where the police say, yeah, they use preemptive strike because it saves lives. That's why them took out Gaza man. You understand? That's how it is. That's how it's supposed to be. Preemptive strikes save lives. So we know that the Jamaican people frustration and anger level towards these killers are at the top and overflowing. They want the return of a squad similar to the eradication squad. Its current name is Special Operation Base at 230 Spanish Town Road. And not only that, boy, hey, them police, you know, and the good thing about special eradication back then, people would not know when these police leaving because the people who are across the street that live in that community or White Lane, they wouldn't know where the police officers going. So there was no one there to see what's going on. So I don't know why them, bring to Rootven Road, the anti-crime and acid and everything. They bring police uptown. Yeah, the police them supposed to enter the artist part of the garrison them there. You understand? As anything them can, them can respond. See that they move all. See it, flying squad now and boogie uptown. Flying squad supposed to be downtown as the British has done. But everything them are, them want to revamp the thing. So yeah, so the people them would like a squad similar to eradication squad of the 1980s when the late Edward Seaga was Prime Minister. Understandably, we would want them, the killers, to feel hurt and to be punished for their crimes. However, we do believe that violence is the answer to solve violence because what is happening in Jamaica is a war against the defenseless citizens by these masquerading gunmen. Preemptive strikes will only lead to a reduction in murders because the killers would know that once you kill another person, you have become a career killer. Your name is on the list for preemptive strikes. After all, it saves lives, and we are all about saving lives with lessons the violence and bloodshed. We believe the best way to deal with these killers is to address the root cause of crime by sending a stern message to a person with an illegal gun. We have to create a society where everyone has the opportunity to succeed, where there is no need to resort to violence. But the more monies these men make, the more violent they become. So we know that poverty is not the root of the killing. Still, it is all about driving fear into the hearts of the citizens and to terrorize them to adhere to their criminal's will, as if anyone had voted for them to be their political representatives. We also need to change the way we think about crime. It is not a public health issue, nor a criminal justice issue. It is a mindset of bragging about how many people they can kill. And the only way to reduce and stop the killings is to use preemptive strikes against these career killers who keep going to jail and back on the streets. The time for a different approach is necessary and important. We need to focus on prevention and punishment because rehabilitation is not working. So citizens must be supportive of the police force to get rid of these parasites and end these career killers by sending them to the departure lounge. I know this is not an easy solution, but over time we will see the result of the same. And I believe it is the only way to stop crime and create a more peaceful Jamaica. In the meantime, I hope the citizens in Jamaica and the diaspora can find a way to cope healthily with their anger and frustration. Many resources are available to help you, such as therapy or support group. Please do not hesitate to reach out for help if you need it. So, as we say right now, and we are looking on Gaza, man, yeah, man. So, as we said it before, preemptive strikes save lives. We're not here supporting one over the other. From your kill innocent people, yeah, from your kill people, you have given up all rights to live. So you put yourself right on the departure lounge. So that is what Gaza man did, and that's what he got. So Sir P, this is Renita Adams. We are not going to say, well, what Sir P said is true. And the truth is the truth, and the truth hurt only the guilty. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.